Hello and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. I'm Jeannie and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's find out what's been on the hook. Well, I must say first that you look amazing. I hope you enjoyed that compliment, but you are amazing. You are my most amazing people that I know are on my YouTube channel. Y'all are so wonderful. You send me the most beautiful comments and you do things that I ask you to do. It's so wonderful. I asked you this week to vote for something. We'll talk about that later when we get to the diamond painting portion of my show. Right now, let's talk about my sister-in-law. She's in town right now and she watches my channel. The only family member, well, maybe there are one or two that watch my channel. And I want to say hi to Pam and Lori. If you're watching, hi to Lori, my other sister-in-law, and to all my wonderful subscribers and viewers. Now, if you're a viewer and haven't subscribed, please do that. That helps me a lot. I'm almost to 13,000 subscribers and I really appreciate each and every one of you. And also for supporting my Etsy shop. It is just doing great, and I'm so glad that I'm able to help you by providing patterns that will fit you the first time. They're not sized, they're not gauged, and so you can make whatever you want out of whatever yarn you want, whatever hook you want, and it will still fit you. So that's the focus of my patterns and designs. That's what I try to release out to the public so that you can be successful your first time. So now let's talk about hats. I know a couple of weeks ago we talked about hats, and was it too early to talk about hats? It's not too early to talk about hats, because once you start making your hats, you can decide who you're going to make them for Christmas. It's a great Christmas gift. It's a handmade garment that you can give to someone, and all you need is their measurement. Now you can ask them for that or just kind of guess at it, wonder how big their head is. Like I said before, my head is bigger than most people I know, so I have to make my hats a little bit bigger than, for example, my mannequins who are wearing my hats today. Now, let me tell you about the hat pattern first. If you're in the community, and the community is free to join, just go down in the description box, click the link, and fill in the info. I don't want anything, too personal at all. Your email address so that I can send emails out, let you know when patterns become available on my Etsy shop. And also, this time I'm sending out the pattern for the hat. I'm sending it out free to the community. So if you're not a member, be sure to go down and click on the link. It's free to join. You don't have to pay any money at any time to be in my community. So if you join up, and tomorrow I'm sending out the pattern and it'll go to everyone in the community. So be sure that if you haven't signed up, that you sign up for that. Again, the link is in the description, the very first link down there. So all you have to do is click it and fill in the information, and you'll also get a free pattern when you sign up. And it's for a cowl pattern. It's very, very beautiful. Also a great idea for a Christmas gift. So let's talk about hats. The hat pattern is called the Super Simple Slouchy, and the pattern will be going out tomorrow. The pattern will be going out tomorrow, July 13, 2023. So if you're in the community, you will get an email in your inbox and it will have the pattern link there for you. Just click it on and you can use your pad or your phone to make the hat, or you can print it off, which is what I always do. I always print my patterns. I have quite a few files that I keep, and if there's somewhere you can keep a file, I think it's a wonderful thing to have written patterns so you can just flip through them and see what you like and see what you can make, and you just grab it and go. You don't have to go to a website. You don't have to download anything. It's already there in your file. So that's just the way I do things, and always have. It works for me. I still do it, even though I have plenty of computers and iPads and all that. I still like to print off my patterns. If I see a pattern that someone has designed and I really love it, I will print it off and decide that I'm going to make that someday. Maybe not today, but in the future. So here is my first hat that you'll see this on my thumbnail as you clicked on to watch this video. This is a very simple hat to make. It's called a Super Simple Slouchy, and because it is a slouchy pattern, see all the slouch back there, and you can wear it with or without the slouch, but I think the slouchy is very cute and it's very feminine to have this little bit of hat neck. It's not a beanie that fits really tight, although you could make it that way if you really want to. But I've given the directions to make it like this. Now you can wear it with the front rolled up and the edging along the front, or you can wear it like this, and you can wear it without the edging rolled back. Just wear it down like a real, this is a real slouchy. See how much fabric there is back there? And also, this hat is too big for my model. Her little head is not as big as mine. Let me pull this back here. Her head is not as big as mine. On this one, as you can see, I didn't even put a finishing row on that. I just made the hat. I didn't do anything special with it. I didn't put a you can put a pom-pom here if you want to. It's perfect for that, but I'm not a pom-pom kind of gal. I really don't like them. So for these two, these are for me and for Mr. On the Hook for this winter when we go out and need to keep our heads warm. We will be wearing these hats. So that's who these are for. Now this is not a pattern for a, it's not a pattern for a beret. And this is a beret right here. That's one that I made last year. And you can find it on my Etsy shop if you like, but that's a beret. Beautiful, beautiful, done in a bulky yarn, very beautiful. And I love the way a beret looks on your head. It's kind of tilted to the side. It's very, very feminine. You can wear it out to a special occasion if you want, if you make it out of something really, really nice. But I love my berets, and I also love this hat. It's very, very comfortable and easy to wear, easy as pie to make. You can make it in front of the television. You don't have to think too hard. And there is no increase and no decrease on this hat. You make it to fit you. And in the pattern, I tell you all how to do that. So that will be going out tomorrow in the email blast that I'm going to send out to all the community members. And this pattern, if you're not in the community, don't want to be in the community, it'll be on my Etsy shop. So you can find it there under hats. So that's where it will be. I hope you enjoy it. I made it as simple as possible. You can make it out of any yarn, any hook. Just like most of my patterns, you can do this very same thing. You don't have to follow a strict pattern. I tell you how to make one to fit someone, and that way you can make it for anybody. You can make it for a toddler, for a young person, for a teenager, for an adult woman, adult man. All you need is the measurement, and I'll tell you how to do that in the design. So that'll be out tomorrow to the community members. I hope you enjoyed. It's my gift to you. We talked about the hat pattern, and I'm looking at my notes here. I want to be sure I don't miss anything. So another thing I want to talk about is the Cabana cover-up that I released last last week. It's been about 9 days ago, and I had modeled it myself and love it. I've worn it twice since then. So this is the Cabana cover-up, and Crystal is modeling it today. Now, one thing I want to bring to your attention. As you make the neckline, you will find the middle of your fabric, and then you start from there to make your neckline. And I did that, but I started one window over too far, okay, too far. And so it's one window short on one side than it is on the other. Now, if you look at this, you can't really tell. Let's see which one it is. One has 9 windows. This one has 10 windows. This one has 9 windows across on the shoulder. Let me get her over here where you can see. Okay, I don't know if you can see the difference there. But one of my subscribers, Denise, she wrote me and said, did you realize that one window shy on one side of your shoulder seam? And I did not know that. So when I went to look at it, she was right. And of course, I emailed you, Denise, to tell you how that happened. But I wanted to tell everybody that because honestly, I've worn this a couple of times and it doesn't bother me at all. But if I make it again, which I'm planning to do, and I will tell you about that, I ordered some 24/7 yarn that I made this out of. I ordered enough to make another Cabana cover-up in a gold color, sort of like for fall. And I could wear black under it for Halloween or for October wear. I could make it, wear it with an off-white turtleneck underneath it, just for a little crocheted top, and or I can wear it over a tank top, of course, until it gets cool. So I plan to make another one for me, and I will make sure that the center is the center. Now sometimes you can mess up that way, but you know, it's on this particular pattern it's not that important. But if you're one of those people that wants everything to be so, I totally get it. I'm there with you. So, and I'm going to change the armhole too, and I'll talk about that whenever I make my next one. And then I ordered enough yarn and in this Ecru color from Lion Brand 24/7 to make my daughter one, who was just here, and she loves the Cabana cover up, but she wanted a long one, and so I'm going to make a longer one for her to wear over a bathing suit and put some slits on the side about this high. So I'll probably not make it in the round until I get to the top of the slit, and then I will join the front and back, make it to the inside, working around in a circle, and then you stop at the armhole and then finish the front and then finish the back. So that's how I plan to do it. And I bought the yarn. I think I bought 4 or 5 skeins, maybe 5 skeins of the 24/7 to be sure I had plenty. But she tried this on and it fit her great. So we're going to make her one, and I'll make a few changes to it, and I'll talk about that when I get that in my whip pile. Let me start working on that because she wants to wear it over a bathing suit. So through September, it won't be very long till she needs that. So I'm going to try to work on that very, very soon. Now, as I mentioned, I actually started this video and I had to delete the first part because something happened. So I might have mentioned that in my diamond painting last week I had asked y'all to answer a survey, and I had given you the choice of Romeo and Juliet or Meeting on the Turret Stairs. And Romeo and Juliet won out 84-17 for the people that voted for that. So, and some people said, I don't really care, they're both beautiful. So I didn't count those either way. But I counted 84 positive for Romeo and Juliet by Frank Dixie. And then the Turret Stairs only got 17. But I'd love to do that one, and I might do that in the future. In fact, I'd really love to do that one. I just, I don't know, it's just very romantic. Really, really like that. But Romeo and Juliet is too. And so now I have ordered the canvas. I found a website, and I'll put her link down in the description box if you're interested in doing a special classic painting that is not available. You can't find it as a diamond painting kit. She will make up a kit with her beautiful resin diamond drills, and she orders the canvas, and it has the symbols on it just like any other canvas, and it'll be a poured glue canvas, which is what I really prefer. And she puts it together as a kit, and then you just buy it from her. So she also offers it in I think she offered it to me in 4 or 5 different sizes. So I picked the 22 by 36 size, which is the same size as the Leonardo Da Vinci Salvatore Mundi. That's hard to pronounce. Anyway, that is the diamond paint I'm working on right now. So here's the progress I've made on Salvatore del Mundi from Leonardo da Vinci. Here we go again with some progress on my diamond painting. This is Salvatore Mundi by Leonardo da Vinci. As you can see, I'm all the way up here. Real excited about that. And I'll show you the bottom of it here. This is the bottom of the painting. I'm all finished with this. And you can see his hand over here on the right holding the crystal, which is representing the world. His hand raised in blessing there, and lots of dark background. And so I'm working on that right now. As you can see right here, I am finished with this part. Now there are some other very similar colors built in there, and they make it seem a little more interesting than just black. And this is over here, pretty much all of that as well. So this went very quickly. Not so much here. I did manage to get through that though and work on that. Then I started up here, and I'll be working all the way across here, and then I have 2 more rows. I believe I can get it out of 2 more rows, and just across the face and the background, and I'll be all done. So there's the progress I've made on my diamond painting, Salvatore Mundi by Leonardo da Vinci. I hope you enjoyed that update. I'm so close to being done on that. I'm sure by the time I finish that, my Romeo and Juliet will be here, because the shipping time on that is 3 to 12 weeks. It takes a while to get all of that together and get it to me and ship it to me. So I'm counting on 3 to 12 weeks, and 3 weeks may be just right for finishing Leonardo, so I'll just wait around for that. And I also have another painting I'm working on, which is Irises by Van Gogh, and I had been working on that, and I put it in timeout to start working on another painting. So I will maybe get that out if my Romeo and Juliet hasn't arrived yet. So that's the status of my diamond painting at this point. What I'm wearing today is the Garden Party Tee. I released this about a month and a half ago or so for a summer top, and I wanted to wear it again today. It's so comfortable. And I'll tell you what kind of yarn I used in a minute when I'm back up at my desk, but I wanted to show you how it fits. It's a mid-hip, which is really has become my favorite length for just a regular summer sweater. Really like that. I don't love the crops that come up really, really high. They're not as modest as I like, and they're a little bit less comfortable to me if I have something that fits like a shirt. So I really like the length that I made this. It has the short sleeves, and you first of all make the beautiful square in the middle, and then you crochet around it in different ways. So that's all in the pattern, of course. You can make this out of any size yarn that you want. I really love this particular yarn. I'll have to tell you about that when I get back to my desk again. But anyway, this is the back. It does not have the square. It is just crocheted back, so it makes it really, really fast to make. But the front is so special. I really love the way this turned out. So I hope you like it. This is the Garden Party Tee. You can find it on my Etsy shop. For this Garden Party Tee, I used Kobu by Lion Brand. That is a beautiful, beautiful yarn. It is so soft and easy to work with. It's a little tiny bit splitty as you crochet with it, but it's not difficult at all. I only had a few times where I had to back out and do something different with it. But you make the motif first, which is this big square in the front, and then you work around it. It's not difficult. I do it in step by step. If you follow that, the front is the only thing that might cause a challenge for you, because we do some decreasing around the neck, and of course that is up to you how big that opening is. I made it kind of small because I wanted this border to the motif to be the same size as the one below it, and I'll show you that. The border is here, and I wanted a substantial border up here as well, and so I made kind of a large border here because I wanted it to be a little bit longer, so that way you can make this as long as you want by adding on to the bottom. So it makes the sweater very easy to make and easy to adjust for you. And also the sleeves are added on later, and so right there is the sleeve, and you can consider this a border that matches the top and the bottom. So that way the sweater has design elements that all fit together, and then the back is just plain, so it's real easy to make the back. It's made basically in a square, so you don't have to do anything special to it. It's a TV piece of fabric that you can do. But anyway, I really love this yarn, Kobu yarn by Lion Brand. There are other yarns that you can buy. I think Mary Maxim has a yarn very similar to this one, and I actually have some over there, and I tried to get to it, and it's underneath a whole bunch of stuff, so I didn't get it out. But I've got the green like this, kind of a turquoise green, and before end of summer I might try to do something with it, but I might not. I don't know. I'm almost out of time for summer. I need to start fall designing and making, so I'll be doing that. And also my diamond painting takes a little bit of time. Like I said, I work on it every night for about an hour and a half, and I have a little app, and I've told you about this before, but this is a little app called the HoursTracker, and you can check and see how much time you've spent on certain jobs. And so this says I've spent 72 and about a half hours, right? Let me get this where you can see it. The name of the job is up here, so it's Salvatore Mundi, and it tells you at the top of their total. Across from total it says 72.5, and then all the days that I have worked on it, how many hours per day. So I use this a lot, and I like to start using it for big projects like this Afghan. So let me let me slide right into that as my whip for the day. I have finished the kit number 8 for the Afghan. If you can see, right over here is the border, and I have crocheted 8 rounds of border on there in different colors that are, of course, told to me by the designer. This is the pattern that comes with the Afghan, and later on today, if I have time, or maybe tomorrow, I will film a video about this kit and things to look out for, things to be aware of, and just a description of what you do in this kit, because you get 10 kits total to make this beautiful Afghan. I don't know if you've seen it on Instagram. I posted yesterday, and I posted 3 pictures, and I'm sure people didn't scroll over. Sometimes I don't think to scroll over, but I had 3 photos of it, an up-close photo, and then a photo in my home where I'm going to place it on a chair, and I'm really excited about it. It's so beautiful. Look how gorgeous that is. That is just a work of art, and it's not my work of art. I mean, I've actually done what the designer said, but the designer came up with it, and she's done several colorways, and they're absolutely gorgeous. This one I really like because it's red and green, and for the most part, and it matches my decor. And you'll see in the picture on Instagram, if you look, I'll try to put one here maybe, of it's on my chair, and really admire it every time I walk by because it's so beautiful. Now, I made some mistakes in it. I frogged out most of them when I saw that I was making a mistake. It's really for an advanced beginner, or an adventurous beginner, I should say. If you've made several items and know how to follow directions, then that works fine. I mean, the designer gives you a video and tells you everything you need to know in order to make that part of the Afghan. So that is the progress I've made on it. Just mostly the border right there, and all the way around the Afghan. So it took me 4, 5, 6 hours to do. It's not a quick one and done. You have to really work at it, but it's very easy. The borders are not difficult at all. And I made sure that I had the right number of stitches. So I'll talk about all that in my video for the Holiday Spice Moroccan Tiles later on today. Hopefully I'll have that out by tomorrow. All right, let's talk about whips. Things, works in progress. And I have one work in progress that I've really been working hard on. And this is taking me longer than I thought. But, oh, by the way, here is one of my new bags. This has the round logo on the front. And I only have 3 of these left. I have 3 azalea pink bags left. And if you're interested, they're on my Etsy shop. I don't have any more. That's the last 3 that I have. And so if you're interested in one, you can do that. These have a zipper, which I use all the time. I go with Mr. On the Hook quite often now that he's retired, and he likes to go places and do things, and I always take my crochet, always, and I can zip it up. And that way I don't lose anything. I just throw it in the back of the car, and if he's in a store or at a doctor's appointment or something like that, I can crack out my crochet and work on a whip. So this is the whip I have going now. This is a beautiful sweater. This is made from Old Barn Color Knit Crate. It's a beautiful cotton and linen and lyocell and nylon sport weight yarn. It's 351 yards on the ball, and I actually have one of these left, just one. I have rolled up all the others and used them to make this sweater. Now, it's a mid-hip length. It isn't there yet, but I'll be adding some on the bottom of this, a rib on the bottom. And this is the front that I showed you last week, and I have finished it all the way to the shoulders, and I have chained out for the sleeves. So the sleeves are out there waiting to be sewn together, and that is the front. And now the back, I have really been working hard on this. There's the bottom, and there's the top, and the sleeves, of course, match the front. Now, I said that I might not put the tab on there. I made a mistake when I was working on the fronts, and I had to add some width about 4 or 5 inches up from the bottom. I decided I wasn't frogging that out. I just added some width on each side and crocheted in the different directions. So I added the width, and I did the same thing on the bottom. So if you can see that, this is the little tab along the bottom. I don't think I'm going to leave a slit there. I think I'm just going to sew this up like I normally would on the side, but this matches the front. So I think it's going to be really pretty. I can't wait to see it. And I don't know, I'm not really using a pattern for this. I might be able to write one for you. If you're interested, let me know. This is a fingering weight or sport weight yarn. It's quite small. It's a chain link yarn. I really like it, and I ordered a sweater quantity of this. Making it with a little bitty hook, a G hook, and this is the whip that I have in progress. So that is taking up all of my time, and the rest of the time I had this week, I was working on my Afghan. Right there, I was finishing the border because I don't want another kit to come in and be behind on my work. So I only have 2 more kits left. 2 kits, and I'm guessing there's a border around this border. Where is it? There it is. A border around this border, and then there's some tassels on it too. So I'm really excited about that. That is the first time I've made any really big tassels, and for a blanket, I'm sure they're quite gorgeous on there. I've seen pictures of them, so I'm real excited about that. So that's the progress I've made on that whip. So now let's talk about giveaways today. We're going to pick some winners here in just a couple of minutes, but I wanted to show you what we're giving away today. Today we're giving away Crochet World, and this is for the autumn 2023, brand new 97 pages of excitement for crocheters. So much fun. There's some really pretty patterns in here of all kinds of things to wear. Like I showed last week, there's some pretty baskets in here too. I didn't show you this one, but I love this purple one right here. Look, I'll get that up there where you can see it. It's so pretty. Everything's so pretty. pretty. Lots of beautiful things in here to make. And it's 90 patterns in here and 97 pages long. So really love these Crochet World magazines. They're great and pick up, and they're about $10 in the store. So you might win one from On the Hook Crochet with Jeannie. So I hope that you do. And we're going to do that in just a second. But I actually have 2 of these to give away. Beautiful green wool from Vitalana Ascendance, which is from Knit Crate. I made something out of this. I really don't need it anymore, and I believe it's a whole 100 grams. I mean, you can weigh it if you want when you get it, but there's enough to make a little hat or something small out of this, but it's a chance to use some luxury wool. See if you like it. This is a chain wool, and some of my favorite wools are like that. I like the way that they make them out of chains so they don't split. They're much easier to crochet with. So this is Vitalana Ascendance, and this will be going out to someone here in just a couple of minutes. So that's our 3rd gift. Our 4th gift is some beautiful wool. I believe it's cashmere or nylon. I think that's what I said that it was when I first used it to make the Cozy Posy pullover in a different time. You know, it's a different color scheme, but it is the same wool, and so beautiful. Oh man, and very, very soft. So that will go to gift winner number 4. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these gifts today. Here we are at the computer, and I have placed the internet site right there where my video was last week. And then I added the word world on another screen where they ask you to type in the word you're looking for. So I'm looking for the word world and in the comments. So let's pick a winner from those who wrote world in their comment for the Crochet World magazine. Here, pick a winner. Here we go. And that's Lisa Burns. Lisa Burns, you have won one of the Crochet World magazines. Let's pick another winner to win the Crochet World magazine number 2. And that is Golden Griffin or Golden Griffin. I'm not sure, but there it is, the word world right there in the comments. So you have won the 2nd Crochet World magazine. All right, here we are at the computer again, and I'm going to continue here. I've written the word wool in here. That is the comment keyword that we're looking for. So let's see, they're loading the comments, and let's pick a winner for the green wool from Knit Crate, the green wool, and that would be Barbara G. Barbara G, you have won the green Knit Crate wool, so congratulations. Okay, I've loaded the word blue in here, and we're going to pick a winner for the blue, beautiful blue, 100 grams of, looks like cashmere and nylon, I believe. So let's pick a winner for the blue wool. And here we go. That is Karen McConnell. Karen McConnell, you have won that beautiful blue yarn. So all the winners, congratulations. If you didn't win, stay tuned because we're going to pick another set of winners next week. Congratulations to all our winners. If you're the winner, be sure to send me your email, your actual address, your location where I can send a gift to you. So you get excited about that. You get it in the mail and it'll be fun to receive something fun and free from On the Hook Crochet. Now for next week, I have another 3 gifts, and all 3 are frog and finish. And you can certainly use the yarn for your own use. I'm sure it would be just fine to do that. But I was in my craft room and I'm starting to clean out. So I'm going to be bringing some stuff up from my craft room. We're trying to clean out some of our rooms here, and my craft room was at the top of the list. And Mr. On the Hook is down there today actually working in the craft room and finding things to give away. This is Red Heart Super Saver Fleck. The colorway for this is called Buff Fleck, B-U-F-F, Buff Fleck. We're pretty color, kind of a light beige, and some beautiful colors mixed in there, flecks of color. It's 96% acrylic and 4% other fibers, machine wash and dry. That's nice. 260 yards on the ball, and it's a number 4 weight, just like every other Super Saver Red Heart is. I have 2 skeins of that, and on the first skein I had made 3 little granny squares, but since I've already cut the yarn, I'm not sure if you'll want them, but I'm going to throw them in there anyway. You can just throw them in the trash can if you don't want those. But I was just experimenting on something. I think I know what I was going to do with that. But that is a frog or finish. More than likely it's a frog. Here's another one. I started a, not a scarf, but a kind of a shawl thing. And this is really pretty. I love it. It's not difficult to do. You can really just look at my last row and see what you're supposed to do. I was decreasing along the ends. I was decreasing from the point, and I was going to go all the way up here, and I just decided I didn't like it. I'm not a shawl kind of gal. I made shawls. I have shawls, but this was going to be sort of a summer shawl, but I decided against it. This is Premier Anti-Pilling, beautiful planned pooling, 360 yards on the ball, and this is the frog or finish. So you can frog this out. Let me get it over there where you can see it. You can frog this out and just use the yarn. And this is substantial yarn. 360 yards is quite a bit, and I believe it's a number 4. Yes, it's a number 4 yarn. So I love the colors in that though. The colors are so beautiful. I love that, but I wasn't inspired by this, and so I'm just going to give that away. I'm not going to finish it. So this will go to winner number 2. Last year I was working with some yarn called Summer Print, and this was from, I believe, Ice Yarns. Yes, it's Ice Yarns, and it's a tape yarn. You know what, this would be a great yarn for my busy bag. I love my busy bag, and this would be perfect for that. You can make several of these for Christmas gifts. Look at that, all that yarn. This is a frog or finish. Now let me see what this is. Oh, this is almost done. This is like a little cardigan. It's a cardigan, and you can. All I think you have to do is put the edging on it. I think that's it. But I don't want it. You can take it and finish it if you want. But this is a frog or finish. It's a tape yarn from Ice Yarns. Very, very nice. But I won't be finishing that, so that'll go out next week for gift number 3. So we'll have 3 gifts next week, all frog or finish. This one really isn't a frog or finish, but whatever. Anyway, that will be next week's gifts, and my pleasure to give those away. So excited to be able to clean out my craft room, and people actually want the yarns that I have because they're new to them. They're new to y'all, and they've been sitting around waiting for me to do something with, and I haven't done anything with them, and shamefully I haven't done anything with them. So I plan to give those away next week. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful week. Be sure to put in your comments the words that we need to sign up for the gifts, and here they are. The word here is Fleck, F-L-E-C-K, and there it is right there. F-L-E-C-K. Use that word to sign up for the Red Heart. For the Premier, use the word pill, P-I-L-L. just put the word pill, P-I-L-L, not pilling, but pill. Just use the word pill, and you'll be in the running for that. Then for this, just use the word blue. Use the word blue for that. Ice yarn, and you'll be in the running for that. That's a lot of yarn. You can finish that sweater and make a whole bunch of other things out of it either. That's a whole lot of yarn there, a lot of tape yarn. So I'll get the number of the yards on there, and I'll tell you next week. But it won't really matter if you get that. It's a large gift. It's a lot of yarn, but you can do something with it, and that'll be fun. So be sure to subscribe, to like this video, and I will see you next time when we find out what's on the hook.